What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mohawk Motors. My name is Jason. So today I'm putting some new tires on my tow rig. The ones on it are just worn out. We've got a long trip coming up and I don't want to have to worry about it. I'm going to be using some new tools that I recently picked up and I'll show those to you guys as well. Let's get this thing pulled over and get the new tires put on it. Okay, so got the first wheel off. Check out my new tire machine. Yay! I also got a high-speed balancer. Yay! So, I've wanted a tire machine and a balancer for a long time. I've been changing tires with tire bars for, geez, the last 3-4 years. And for lack of a better way to say it, I finally was able to justify myself spending the money to buy myself this tire machine and high-speed balancer. I've never heard of the brand before. I'm guessing they're probably made in China, but I've already used them on a couple different wheels and tires. They seem to be working great. They do the job just fine. So I'm really happy with them. Now, today's project, like I said, is to replace these wheels, these tires. I'm keeping the same wheels, but these are Nitto Ridge Grapplers. I've had these on the truck since I bought it. I literally put them on it like the day after I bought the truck, brand new. They are 295/70 R18s. In inches, it works out to about a 34-inch tall by 11-inch wide tire. But we have a long trip coming up, and these are getting towards the end of their life. And part of that trip is going to be pulling our camper up and down a very long, very steep gravel road to access our property in Maine. And I don't want to be worried about traction, and I definitely don't want to be worried about punctures or anything like that. So I'm going to put new tires on. So the new tires I got are these Falcon Wild Peak ATs. I got them in the same size, 295/70 R18. They should fit right onto those wheels without any issues. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, the biggest reason I loved the Nitto Ridge Grapplers. They were quiet on the highway. They had plenty of traction on and off road and whenever I needed it. But man, the price has just gotten ridiculous. That's why I wound up going with these Wild Peaks. I think these, if I remember correctly, they were about $250 a tire, which is still pretty steep for tires, but they have a 50,000 mile tread wear guarantee. So, I mean, I rotate my tires frequently and I keep them aired up properly. So I'm sure I'll get to that 50,000 miles, but you know, it is nice to have that guarantee. And know that if for something happens, that I didn't buy an expensive tire and now I'm just out that money. So I'm going to show you how to mount and balance these things, how to dismount the old ones without damaging, and the biggest thing that I want to show you is really like what to look for when getting tires balanced. I can just barely get my valve core remover in there. All right, once the air is out of the tire, then you need to break the beads. There we go. Outer bead loose. Take my little bar. Push the opposite side of the wheel down into the valley in the center. And that gives me enough space to pop this bead up and over. Now I spin it. Bottom bead. Now the tire is free from the wheel. Lube. Now remember, The side that you want facing in is the side that goes onto the wheel first. Dry friction is bad, and lube is cheap. So don't be stingy. Be careful not to hit that. That side pushes on relatively easily. Boom! Tire on. There we go. There's the rear bead. Here comes. Boom. Outer bead seated. Alright, now we can balance this thing. Alright, so on this style balancer, it uses little tapered cones that fit inside the wheel register, like so. And that's what actually centers the wheel on the spindle here. This one needs to go in from the outside, like so. Yes. All right. So I get the big heavy wheel up on. I get my little cone. And I try to get it all positioned. Looks like the wheel is spinning true. I need to give my machine the parameters of the wheel. First, I tell the machine how far the inside bead of the wheel is from the machine itself. Then I have to tell it the width of the wheel. And lastly, the diameter. Then choose my mode of balancing. So then, give it a spin. See what it says. Okay, get the weights on. Now, this is something that I've seen, and it's one of my pet peeves when it comes to getting wheels and tires mounted and balanced, is people using too many weights. Not necessarily too much weight, but too many weights. What I mean by that is, I've set this machine to tell me where to put weight in the center of the wheel and on the back bead of the wheel to get it balanced. So I want to have one piece of weight in the center of the wheel, one piece of weight on the back bead. On the inside, and it wants 1 3/4 of an ounce on the outside. All right, now let's go another spin, see what we get. Okay, now it's telling me I need more weight. Now, this is where I see people that either don't know better or are lazy. So I need to see, it's telling me it wants another 3/4 of an ounce on the inside of the wheel. So I need to find that spot. And it's saying that it wants that other 3/4 of an ounce right where my other weight is. So I'm going to check. And it's saying it wants more weight right up here by my outside edge weights also. Alright, now let's see what it tells us. Now if it says it wants more weight, then I'm going to peel the weight off, adjust the wheel on the machine, and then start again. It wants 1/4 ounce more weight on the inside of the wheel. So I'll find the spot, see exactly where it wants that weight, It still wants it right by my other weights. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. And we'll give it another spin, and this time it should be good, hopefully. Now I've got 2 zeros. So the machine is happy. I'm satisfied with that. So, now I'll put the center cap on, put this one back on the truck. But what you really should take away from this is, I have 2 little clusters of weight. I don't have weight here and weight opposite, and weight here and weight opposite. I have 2 little clusters of weight, so those are offsetting whatever inconsistencies are in the tire to balance the tire. If I had weights opposite of each other, then at that point I would have weight balancing weight, and that just doesn't make any sense. So I see that happen a lot. Like I said, I don't know if it's people who aren't trained properly or are just lazy and don't do it properly, but that's how it should be. 1 little clump of weights, or 1 weight in each balanced position. All right, let's put the center cover on and get this thing back on the truck. All right, I've got my next tire. I already let the air out of it. Let's see how I can do on this one without instructing and explaining as I'm going. My 4 old tires here, and they were all good, holding air, no issues. So I am going to pick the best one out of the 4 and mount that up on another wheel. I'm going to have to buy a wheel, but I'm going to get that mounted up and keep it as a spare, so I'll have a full-size spare under the bed also in case I need it. Like I said, there's still a fair amount of tread on these, and they all held air well and didn't have any problems. I just wanted something with renewed tread before we go up to our property in Maine. So, in case you didn't know this, tire tread depth is measured in 30 seconds of an inch. And most of the places I've been and learned here in the United States, the minimum allowable tread depth, according to the State Highway Administration and Federal Highway Administration for commercial vehicles, is 30 seconds of tread on the rear wheels and 3 30-seconds of tread on the front wheels, the steer wheels. So if you've never seen one before, this is a little tire tread depth gauge. You always measure at the center of the tire. Get your little gauge poked in there and just push it down. And this one measures right at 5 30-seconds. That one also, that one's actually about 6 30-seconds. That one's a hair under 5 30-seconds. And that one's also 5 30-seconds. So I'll keep that 6 30-seconds tire. I'll keep that one to be my full-size spare, and the rest I'll take to get recycled at the tire recycler. All right, everybody. Well, they're mounted up, all balanced out. They took a lot of weight. I think it's partially because they're large, but I think it's also significantly because they're not a high quality tire brand. So we'll see how they go. Hopefully they hold up well. I can get another 50,000 miles out of these. If not, lesson learned, right? So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope the tips and pointers about balancing tires is useful to you and helps you know what to look out for if you take your tires somewhere else to be balanced. And until the next video, everybody, take care. We'll see you soon.